For me, it's the greatest regular season game I ever saw.
The Golden State Warriors bring their record-setting team to face the explosive OKC Thunder at a sold-out Chesapeake Arena. (52-5) Golden State Warriors facing off against the 41-17 Oklahoma City Thunder. The team with the best record in the NBA, the best record ever after 57 games in the second meeting of the season between the two.
You knew going into the game it had a chance to be one of the special games. And it was one of those games on the calendar as the season progressed that you couldn't wait for.
Every game felt like, the biggest game of the year. We knew we were going to get everybody's best shot, too.
We were now in range of breaking the all-time record for wins, so the guys wanted it. When you go against one of the best teams in the league, which OKC was, on the road, you know it's going to be a tough game.
I just remember we had an idea of who we were probably going to see in the playoffs. We knew we had to get through OKC, and it was just a difficult team for us. And we had to have big games like this one from Steph to win.
We knew we were the team on everybody's calendar, and our game was circled on everybody's calendar. Well, we had a few teams that we was circled on our calendar as well, and OKC was one of those teams.
OKC fan base was crazy. Like, it used to be so loud in that arena. I could never play well there. Like, I felt like I could never hit a shot there. Like, I hated playing in that arena during that time.
The opening tip from Oklahoma City. It'll be Adams and Bogut to meet at center court. Foster is in between. The ball is in the air. It's deflected twice by Adams. Recovered by Oklahoma City. The crowd on their feet as Russell Westbrook will take over and works it across midcourt.
And quick foul right away called on Curry.
Then you come out and 15 seconds into the game, Steph has his first foul on like a nothing play. And so, like, when stuff like that happens, Steph kind of takes it amongst himself.
So, sometimes in games, your best players get early fouls. So that happened with Steph. I think the old days where you took a guy out if you got 2 quick fouls, I think that thinking has gone away, and it's been replaced by, kind of what I was thinking that night, which was I'd rather have Steph in the game at the risk of picking up another foul rather than taking him out of the game altogether.
I wish I got that call all the time. That'd be nice. I think anytime you kind of get a foul call that early, too, it kind of locks you into what's going on. There's a sense of urgency now because you're involved in the play. Whether you think it was the right call or not, which I don't think it was, but it was a nice little wake-up call. Get locked in for a good night.
Durant for 3.
Left hand dribble behind the back. Curry open, fires a 3. Got it, Curry! Knocks it down for the top of the key 3.
And it's 8-5. Westbrook in attack mode. Banks it in. And as Barbosa comes up with a steal. 3-on-1. Curry, Iguodala, the finish.
Rebound is Singer to Westbrook.
Ibaka, the catch and finish.
Outstanding first quarter by the Thunder, and they lead at the end of one, 30-20.
I heard you tell your guys that they weren't playing like themselves. What was breaking down?
A couple quick shots, some bad decisions, and we weren't getting back in transition. You can't make mistakes against these guys. They'll run it right down your throat.
They're playing well, and they got complete control of the game. They're excited, so the crowd's going crazy. They're on 10. We in the first quarter, and we got to go regroup.
Every time we played them, they came out of the gates a lot stronger, faster, and a lot more physical usually, especially on the road. A good measure of a good team is can you bounce back from slow starts in a hostile, environment. And so that's what we did.
Seems like this happens every time we play these guys. We've taken that blow, now we got to come back, and we got to screen harder, and cut harder, and pass better.
We knew 10 points with Steph Curry, Klay Thompson. There's really only 3 possessions, but 3 possessions can happen in a minute.
Spades gets it over to Draymond. Draymond looking at Curry coming off the screen, lets the 3-ball go.
As Curry nails the three-pointer, that's his second.
Curry finds Spades, back to Curry, baseline, fades and fires.
Curry from the corner, another.
3-ball good right in front of the Warrior bench. Curry being guarded by Adams. Sizes him up.
Curry, long distance, puts it in. Stephen Curry with another three-pointer, his 4th. And it's a 1-point game.
This game meant so much to Oklahoma City. They were tired of hearing how great Golden State was.
Make a mistake, Durant is the guy, the third guy that comes to contest the shot.
Westbrook inside for the post-up. Draymond Green. Pass stolen by Robertson. Westbrook sidestep. Oh, lays it in. Durant's got Draymond Green. This is one of the best matchups you can watch. And Durant in rhythm. Durant on the pull-up. Ibaka's tip won't go. And the first half comes to an end. A thrilling couple of quarters as Green and Durant have some words as they head to the locker room. As the Thunder with an 11-point lead.
Again at half, the Thunder 57 and the Warriors 46.
So halftime, we go back to our green room briefly, just to get out of the arena and clear your head. And as I'm walking past the Warriors locker room, you hear yelling, like screaming.
It was an adventurous halftime. I was trying to figure some stuff out in the locker room.
Halftime, everyone was frustrated. It was a difficult first half for us. We weren't playing our best, and it got a little heated.
There were some disagreements at halftime.
And me and Steve had to go. And we had to go because it's like I shot the ball 2 times. I think I had 9 rebounds and 8 assists or something like that. I was 0 for 2 from the field. And Steve showed both of the shots I took on film. Like, Draymond, we could get a better one. And I'm like, yo, I took 2 shots. I've done everything else. Like, the problem is with my 2 shots. And we had our words.
But we found out soon after, Lisa Salters, who was waiting for Steve Kerr outside the locker room, she heard everything. And it was something that everybody in the hallway heard. And it's something you couldn't avoid talking about. So we were fascinated to find out what was going on.
Emotional locker room. The indications that I've gotten from other players is that it was Draymond Green. He was yelling and screaming, I am not a robot. I know I can play. You have me messed up right now. If you don't want me to shoot, I won't shoot the rest of the game.
I lead the guys out the huddle, out of the locker room. And we start to make our trip.
Our guys had been through a lot to that point the year before, and they're always this trusted brotherhood that they're going to pull together.
In some ways, it helped us because we came out in the third quarter, I thought, more focused and with more energy, more force.
Warriors have been playing from behind, from wire to wire. And then Curry came out after a lackluster 12 minutes of the first quarter, PJ, and hit quickly 3 3-point shots, but he couldn't get other members of the band to chip in.
We always had big third quarters. And so I think at that point, we knew our third quarters were our staple. But we knew we had to have a low margin of error.
Bad pass to Durant, stolen by Curry. Curry 2-on-2. Drives on, Westbrook stumbles, hand off to Barnes. Pump fake comes the other side and dunked it down. Curry up against the basket support, slow to get up.
I remember that play, too, because I went for a layup, and Russell Westbrook came down, landed on my foot. And when I didn't see it, I didn't know what happened. And I have ankle troubles a lot. But when I lay down on the ground, because of how hard he landed on my foot, I kind of didn't know with this one just how bad it was going to be.
Anytime he goes down, we're concerned, obviously, but especially if it's an ankle. And at that time, you know, he was only a few years removed from the ankle injury that had kept him on the shelf quite a bit. So we weren't even sure if he was going to be able to come back in the game.
Well, it took the air out of the building, number one, and we were certainly disappointed because the way he landed and the way the injury happened, you really didn't think he was going to come back in the game.
Steph's just sitting on the floor yelling foul because he's hurt, and he's like under distress. So immediately you see it all flash, like, oh man, Steph's hurt. How are we going to figure this one out?
Anytime you have an injury from the sideline, you're trying to assess kind of what happened in the moment. In this case, we took him back to the locker room. We're assessing. We're doing functional testing just to make sure that they're safe and ready to return.
Whether he's playing or he's, you know, going to the back of the locker room or he's out for the night, and we know we have to be a little bit more intentional in everything that we do. Like, we don't have that ace in the hole, that card we can just pull out. Any given moment can just beat you.
Thompson the other way, drives into the lane, between defenders, laid it in, galloping to the glass. 11-point lead, now trimmed down to 9.
Steph's out. Clay then picks it up.
Entry pass to Draymond Green. Guarded by Robertson. Up top, Klay Thompson. He'll turn and fire from the right sideline and slides it in off of 1 foot. Klay Thompson's got it going right now. He's got 17.
And it's crazy because I feel like that's really the first time in OKC you see the makings of Game 6 play.
Thompson, pull-up jumper, got it. Space, nails the jumper, and it's back to 6.
Livingston turns off the screen to the left side of the lane. He fades, he fires, he hits over Adams. Beautiful comeback by Livingston.
One of the reasons that was such a great team was we were incredibly deep, and we had guys who could step up on a moment's notice if someone went down. You know, we had Sean Livingston and Leandro Barbosa and Andre Iguodala, and the depth of the team allowed us to stay in games where guys went out, you know, with either foul trouble or an injury.
Curry has not only come back out of the locker room, he's going to come into the game as we check in with Lisa.
Yeah, Mike, the Warriors were saying exactly what we thought it was, a tweaked left ankle. They said that Steph got retaped. And as you can see, he's getting ready to return to the game.
Like, ultimately, all the functional testing that they do in the back, it gives us confidence for them to return the game. Occasionally, they will still have pain, but again, at the end of the day, he was safe enough to return and do his thing.
And when I was in the locker room, I was very focused on just getting taped and testing it out. I couldn't even tell you what the score was before or after. Once you get knowing you're going to check back in, you kind of get context of where the game is, and I was just happy to be back out there.
Curry crosses the midcourt stripe, down the near wing. Pass to Iguodala. Iguodala with a catch between the circles. Looking right, feeding Curry. Chased by Westbrook. Curry fakes, comes left, sets his feet, fires away, it bounces up and rolls down. It's good! A 3-ball for Curry.
Curry the other way, a quick look at 3. Sailed it in with Waiters right up in his mug. Undeterred, Curry with his 6th 3-point bomb of the night.
Well, once Steph came back in the game, he got going. And I've always said this about him, but he's one of the better knockout punchers in our game. So he became electric and hit some big shots in that 3rd quarter.
That was the unanimous MVP. Like, we have been 60 games, 62 games or whatever it was of seeing that. So it was just another day at the office.
Curry off the screen, but Oklahoma City was well schooled in that play. They were ready for it. Sigler guarding Curry now, has the ball left side. Backs up off the dribble 3. Got it. Curry knocked it down. Golden State's got the lead, 78-77, and that's their first lead of the ball game. With 1:15 to go here in the 3rd.
How would you describe that 3rd quarter?
Well, I think when you're playing against this team, there's going to be a lot of swings, obviously from the 3-point line and the way they play in transition. We just got to stick with it. We went through a run in the first half, and we battled back to go, up 11 at the half, and then they came back again. So it's going to be that kind of game. We just got to battle through that.
Durant, Cantor, sidestep. Nice footwork from Enes Kanter.
Durant with it, guarded by Livingston. Left-hand dribble to the circle, fades and fires. Up and good. Kevin Durant now with 32.
Golden State has yet to score here in the 4th as we approach 3 minutes gone by in the period.
4th quarter, they really took it to us and built their lead to about 11 with maybe 4 minutes left or so. And so we were, a little bit backs against the wall for sure.
The door is just barely open. There may be a sliver of daylight shining through. We'll see if the Warriors can take advantage. Down by 7. 2:55 to go. Curry takes a 3 off the dribble on the way. Oh my goodness. Curry over 2 defenders, staring him in the face, knocked it down.
Curry from downtown, puts it in! Stephen Curry! It's a 2-point game with 1.5 minutes to play.
Corner to Ibaka, off the dribble, back to Durant. He'll fade, he'll fire, it's a 3, and it's good! 14.5 to go, and the Warriors want a timeout.
We wanted a quick 2, so Clay got to the rim. They didn't foul.
Chest pass comes to Thompson. Drives into the lane to the glass, laid it up and in. He'll get the 2-point shot. Durant now will receive the inbounds pass.
You want to get a quick trap and foul.
You got 8 seconds to get the ball across the court. So the offense, time speeds up on you. And so you're actually impatient if you're the offensive team trying to get the ball across half court. So in that situation, it's trap. You know, you go back to high school, middle school with traps in the corners and then force somebody to panic. And then you got a 50-50 ball. Those are always a big stat that we looked into.
Deflected by Thompson.
I'm running for my life to stay safe and ball from out of bounds.
Clay made an unbelievable tap to Draymond, who made an unbelievable save back to Clay. Clay was kind of composed with 5 seconds left to go down the court.
Clay found me, and so I get the ball, and knowing that I have a good amount of time, I can get a good look or pump fake, and if you get a guy off his feet, try to lean into him and get the foul call, so that's what happened.
Whistle and a foul! A foul is called! Iguodala will go to the line for 2 free throws with a chance to tie it.
I think Andre at the time probably wasn't maybe 60 to 70% free throw shooter, so it wasn't guaranteed that he'd make those free throws.
You know, he's not a great foul shooter. He's a good foul shooter, but that's the ultimate pressure right there.
Iguodala has a chance to tie the game with 000 on the clock.
.7 to go. Thunder have a 20-second timeout, which I'm sure they will call if Andre makes. If he misses it, you've got to get to it and try to tip it in.
In those moments, I'm probably more relaxed than I normally am. And so, like, I'm overthinking free throws in quarters 1, 2, and 3. But it felt like whenever I needed free throws, I got them made.
On the way. It is good. We're tied.
2 clutch free throws right there from a veteran.
For him to knock down 2 with the game on the line was just amazing, you know, to send it to overtime.
For us to even have a chance to go tie it at the line and then, you know, Andre knocking down 2 big free throws, you can kind of feel it.
We get 5 more minutes of this.
Draymond Green and Steven Adams going into the air. The ball deflected into backcourt, controlled by Ibaka, and the Thunder have possession with Westbrook up the center of the court.
Curry to the basket. Layup high off the glass. He got knocked down. And
it's on Durant.
And Durant is fouled out. 6th personal foul for Kevin Durant, and he's fouled out with 4:13 remaining in overtime. First time he's fouled out this season.
You know, Kevin's 6th foul was really the big play in that overtime, and that was a big blow for them, and kind of allowed us to shift our defense a little bit, focus a little more on Westbrook, and not have to worry about Kevin.
And when he fouled out, we all know, like, it's over. They're not going to beat us the last 4 minutes of overtime with KD on the bench.
Thompson to the front court. Met by Robertson. Finds Curry. Straightens up for a 3, and we've got a 1-point game.
10 3-pointers, and he ties his NBA record for most threes in a season. Curry, another 3. Oh, it's good! The Curry eruption continues!
I felt sitting there, once it went to overtime, the game might be over because all the momentum had changed. They took all the big punches that Oklahoma City threw at them, and they survived. And I think all the momentum changed, and you knew that he was going to try and take the game over.
They force Westbrook into the paint. He hands off to Robertson, steps to the glass, and finger rolls it in.
Fakes a handoff to Curry. Dribbles and finds Klay Thompson to the rack, goes up, got fouled, and scored! He got fouled by Westbrook, and he's got a chance to tie the game with 29.5 remaining.
Thompson, an 85%er, can tie the game, and he does with a 3-point play.
And here we are in OT with 29.5 seconds remaining. No Kevin Durant. He fouled out the first minute of overtime, but OKC will have the ball in their front court. Singler's out there with Waiters, Ibaka, Westbrook, and Robertson.
make him work to get the ball right here.
Iguodala up there, too. They got 3 defenders. Now they back off as Westbrook makes a sudden move to the inline to get the rock. They'll bring it across midcourt into front court. The dribble handoff to Waiters. Left side to Singler, a good passer.
Singler finds Westbrook. Thompson on him. Westbrook. Back out Singler. Shot clock at 7. Westbrook on the drive, falling away. Won't go. Rebound taken by Iguodala.
So I gathered the rebound.
We get a stop. 30 pushed it up the left sideline. You know he walking into the 3.
I kind of knew it once I was just approaching half court that I was going to shoot it no matter what.
Back then, he used to like having the ball in his left hand, so I think he was dribbling with his left hand, and he only took like a dribble or so past half court, but his feet started to chop a little bit, meaning that he was going to shoot it.
As we were in transition, Roberson kept backing up, and I was just counting my steps and my dribbles to get comfortable, like wherever I felt like I was going to take the shot.
There's only one guy on earth, I think, who you don't call a timeout for when there's like 4 seconds on the game clock. I mean, because the only thing you're getting there is a half-court shot.
Westbrook on the drive, falling away. Won't go. Rebound taken by Iguodala. They do have a timeout. Decide not to use it. Curry, way downtown.
By the time I shot it, like, that's just, can you make the shot or not?
That's the first double bang, and it wasn't pre-planned. It just came out. I lost my mind as somebody who just, since I was a little boy, I just loved basketball. It was an iconic stretch for an iconic player.
When the ball went in, now we get to celebrate. Like, that's the fun part, where your brain is just so locked in on the game. Like I said, like, I don't remember any of the other threes that he made, but I remember that shot because it was just like, okay, that's why you celebrate. You celebrate through all the hard work, and then there's not a better teammate to celebrate for than Steph Curry.
Waiters looks, hands off to Westbrook. He'll turn and fire it up, and no good. It hit the rim and bounced away, and the ball game's over. And they somehow find a way to win behind another tremendous night from Steph Curry. Career high, 12 threes, 46 points for Steph.
Now with 4 seconds left, at what point did you know you were going to launch it no matter what? No timeout, you knew you were going to launch it.
Coach said if we got a clean rebound, we could push it. Andre got it to me in the backcourt, and they were kind of shuffling, trying to load up. In transition, I knew, oh!
And then you get to your phone, and you hear across the world the double bang. And it's just like, it's pandemonium. The amount of things that happened for us in this game, it all almost fell apart. And then like 30 delivers a moment like that that's just like, takes the cake.
The crowd was stunned not only by the loss and what just transpired in the game itself, but I think they were stunned at what they were witnessing with Steph and his performance and the half-court shot that looked like a pull-up 18-footer for him. Nobody had ever seen that before.
You have such high expectations, and you know winning is so hard on a nightly basis. And the more you win, the more the expectations rise, and so you're trying to meet that moment every night. But when you're riding an all-time high and overcoming all of those emotions and the ups and downs of that game, the internal conversations we were having, like all that stuff, winning is just so much fun because you have to earn it every night, and that's what we did.
Watching that game again, You know, Steph obviously hit all those threes. I'm surprised he even made one with those jerseys on. I mean, short sleeve, tight. What were we thinking back then with those jerseys? Those are terrible.
Come prima Kerr, non fischia e non chiede il time out.